I feel like there's been a few failed animal integrations into human war. Like, didn't they have the spy cats that they had
Oh,
going there?
I pitched a whole History Channel show on this. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, like all different war animals,
Dude,
or just
all
the
different
spy
animals. It
cats?
was called Animals of War. And yeah, there's spy cats. There were flaming bats. Do you know about the flaming bats?
I think, did we talk about the flaming bats where they would send them in and try and like set barns on fire
Yeah.
and shit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They'd have like little timed things on them, and the bats would go land, in places to roost in the dark. And then the bombs would go off or the flames would go off.
Yeah.
Man, what were some of the other ones? There were the spy pigeons, like the Russians would put.
It's
like
always Russians.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'd
well, they
put
got the
recording
dolphins, too.
devices on pigeons and then just let pigeons go in the city and listen to what people were saying.
Well, don't forget about Voldemir. Voldemir, the spy,
Porpoise or-
the
beluga.
beluga. Yeah, the Russian
yeah.
spy beluga. So
Who was
good.
assassinated recently.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. And that got brushed under the rug pretty quick.
Yep,
Dude,
it sure
spy
did.
animals is pretty sweet. Like
I would watch. Dude, I feel like how could
It's
that
too bad
show
Animal
not be-
Planet's not really still doing stuff because you could have definitely sold it there.
I feel like, yeah, I was so bummed. I thought history was going to do it because, it was really about all the wars and all the histories of war. Oh, I remember what I called it. I called it How Animals Won the War. And I was like, that's so cool because they used animals to win in battles and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, nobody went with it. But I thought it was such a great pitch and, like really interesting for me because it's like war times, animal stuff, history stuff, and yeah, nothing.
A lot of stuff, like you're learning about animals and these battles. Like it sounds like a definite winner. I would have watched that even.
I would think so too. But hey, there's a reason every television network is failing. So, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, they were trying. I've seen the like paintings from like the 16th century of like the rocket cats. Have you ever seen those?
Rocket cats. No, but I'm looking this up.
Dude,
right
pull
now.
up rocket cats, Kyle.
Cats.
It was
Yes.
cats strapped with basically like bomb devices.
So
they were
good.
They were trying to basically capture these feral cats, attach explosives, and then return to their home, and then they would detonate the device.
Oh yeah, this is what we talked about because I remember we were looking at these paintings.
Rocket cats. Look at rocket cats, dude. That's so good.
Yeah,
I
they
love
would
that
just-
we were capable of creating a rocket cat before we were capable of painting a cat. Like, I'm not sure what that is, but it's some mutant
Right.
creature.
Yeah.
Dude, some of them were so good. The bats were cool. There were dolphins. There was a Russian bear that would hang out behind hang out with the soldiers. I'm trying to remember what the bear's name was. That was a great story. I'm trying to find it quickly. But there was this bear. I want to say Russian because I always want to say Russian when it's to do with war. But
Sure.
there was this bear that was just like, he was like a soldier. Like he'd go on the battleground with like World War II soldiers and then just come back to the bunker and like hang out with everybody. And they like give him beer and vodka and stuff. It was some of the stories were just insane. Yeah, this guy. What's the deal? Wojtek.
man.
Wojtek the bear.
Wojtek the bear. That's a good name for a bear.
He was a private in the Polish army. That's what
Oh
it was.
my god!
How
I like
crazy
that they
is
gave him
this?
a title.
Yeah.
Look
Private.
at the one where he's
Private
standing
Wojtek.
up there.
It's pretty
all the way to the
small.
right there, Kyle. Oh yeah, that one's big.
Fought
right
in World
here.
War II. How crazy is that though?
It looks like he's about to do some judo there.
Dude,
Yeah.
so cool.
During like the Napoleonic, the naval wars,
hmm
those ships, you never see it depicted, but those ships were teeming with cats. They'd
And
bring
what
like
would-
50 cats.
To bomb people? To
No,
cat them?
just to control the rats
Ah, gotcha.
on the
That
ships
makes
because
sense.
they got to bring food for months, and so they would just have a shitload of cats. And I think the soldiers liked giving them a little scratch under the chin.
Of course they did. I don't care
Yeah.
what anybody says. I don't care if you were a hardened pirate stealing rum. You'd give your cat a cuddle if he was on the boat.
Yeah, by the way, pirates. I
Pretty
mean,
cool.
it just feels like that would have been a good life for me.
You would have been a good pirate.
I feel like it. Yeah.
I think you would.
Ah.
You don't think so? I think he would have been an exceptional pirate. Just
Maybe, I
just
guess.
because
If he had
he
a
could have
hook
been
his
away from family,
Yep.
could have like double crossed people constantly, just come in swashbuckling. I feel like that's a good Patrick.
I wouldn't have
career.
been good at the fighting part, but I would have been good at like the stealing
Yes,
and that.
I think so too. Peter, why do you say no? You seem dead set that he would have been a terrible pirate.
Oh, I mean, listen, I don't want to put you in a bad mood or anything, Pat, but you're way too meager and like fraidy cat to be a pirate.
I know, but I was Meager and Fraidy Cat in middle school and high school, and I was protected by the tough guys because I aligned with them and I made them laugh.
You'd
But
be
that
like a
would have been the same
strategic-
type of pirate you would have been.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, so who? I'm thinking of Game of Thrones, the equivalent of the priest guy.
Yes,
You'd be like him.
exactly. Yes,
The
snivel,
eunuch, that one?
not the eunuch, the skinny one.
Oh, I
He
know what
like
you're talking
played
about.
everybody, every side.
Dude, that
had
guy
no
was so
loyalty to
good.
anybody.
Such a good character.
I feel like I could have been that guy.
Man,